J. Get me tactical link support on my target grid over. I need GPS support on my grid. Repeat in. Rudy Ranch. I repeat. Rudy Ranch. We need tactical support now. We are closing in on the target. Kingfish is in sight. I repeat, the silly goose is in the kitchen. Awaiting further instructions. Over. Take down the target. Alright, Rudy. We're inbound now. Heading towards objective. ETA 5 seconds. Target in sight. Commencing assassination. Oh, fuck. Will the tactical link support locate our target? Mr. Godwinson. I see you've crossed the wrong path, haven't you? Target eliminated. Planting the evidence. Commander for the Northern Cowboys out. Don't worry, I'll cut all this out. Well now, it's time to sit down for another day of Kino. Another day of producing videos and conversing with people that I know, like normal. What the fuck, guys? Look at this! Someone killed Godwinson. Oh my god. They cut off the poor bastard's head. Who could have done this? Who could have killed our precious Godwinson? He has left us, just as he was about to release the Vosh video. Perhaps there's a clue here. We got manga, and we got this. Japan's imperial conspiracy. How Emperor Hirohito led Japan into war against the West. Japanese people going into war against Westerners. I wonder what this could mean. Perhaps the Daimado here has killed Godwinson in an effort to strangle Kino and fuck up what the Rudy Ranch, the few allies the Rudy Ranch has left. The Vosh video was just about to be released. But now it's fucking gone because Godwinson is dead. Yeah, look, even my biologically enhanced super tarantulas were no match for the Daimado himself. He killed them. They died fighting for Kino. They died against the impossible opponent, the Daimado. But Godwinson has left me something. The Vosh documentary is not dead, in fact. The previous night, Godwinson did tell me that there were bad people after him, and he entrusted me with the Vosh documentary right here in this hard drive, and I've seen it, and it's amazing. It has to be his best work ever, the epic 7-hour-long Vosh documentary where he goes into every aspect of his life and reveals stuff that, you know, like people didn't even fucking know. Not even his Discord kittens knew. He really went deep undercover into this, and he does expose everything. But I don't want to feel like his life was spent for nothing there. The Daimado did kill him, and Godwinson knew this would happen. So if you want the Vosh documentary, you know, you gotta pay up. You gotta pay up. I'm gonna need Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm gonna need fucking Call of Duty Vanguard by the end of a 24-hour period, or else the price will go up, like, straight up every 24 hours after today. It's like another 600 COD points. And if you fucking make me wait a week for this game, you know, straight up, you're just gonna have to buy me the fucking Gucci jacket. Yeah, it's $2,500. I really want this because it is practical. I do need a rain jacket, even though I'm not black. But I'm not willing to pay $2,300 there. So, you know, if you want the Vosh documentary, you're gonna have to pony up a bit of the money there, buddy. I control the Kino now. Godwinson's dead. PPP sucks. And Surfer's just doing biblical shit. I'm the only one who has control over the Kino. I'm the only producer now. Yeah, I decide what fucking happens. See this, like, shit I did here? This was a documentary on the Brony Mafia. It was gonna be, like, 3 fucking hours long, and I got halfway through it, and I was bored. I was like, fuck it. I can do whatever I want. I'm the big man now. Yeah, so, but there is other shit going on besides Godwinson dying. The world is moving on. PPP and Surfer have new drama now. Just as I predicted, everything I predicted pretty much in my original video is happening now. They're sprinkling more little shit fits of drama here, but I think people are starting to show their hands now. PPP is obviously rattled, and he now has to do more extreme things to survive without a job, and without Surfer now, he has to double down on his degeneracy. And we're gonna get into that, because it's really bothered PPP. He can't... His mood now is completely distraught, and he can't let go of anything. Even when talking about wrestling, which they have been now for an hour, it really doesn't take much to set PPP off into a tirade. Yeah, so they're just talking about wrestling here. And I think they go into one of PPP's e-girls, the Louisiana Succubus, the one who was the mastermind behind them and Surfer's breaking up there. She's still part of the picture, and Surfer's calling it out now. Our brave Surfer has now fired the first shot. He has drawn first blood. I think they're talking about, like, age differences. Yeah, I think, like, the Louisiana Succubus is, like, 35 years old or some shit like that. PPP wants the mommy GF. He wants the mommy GF, and the allies of the Rudy Ranch, Joey Jojo, know this. Yeah, so he's been called out. Gahoole has no self-confidence.
Oh, yeah, then I would have some warrior chair wanting to stop $1 million.
Go to the next timestamp.
Okay, well that's pretty retarded, buddy. I'm sorry to say. Like, oh, some Mexican guy, a pedophile. Let's defend him. Pedophile.
Wow, so yeah, they've been talking about wrestling now for almost an hour, and PPP now decide, because Gahoole's kind of been digging into him here a bit, and PPP needs to be the big man of the room. He needs to let everyone know he's the big dog. So if you even like throw a little slight against him, he will fire back at you. And now he's accusing Gahoole. All of a sudden he's pivoting all of a sudden to calling Gahoole a pedophile supporter. Yeah, he's saying he's like friends with people. He excuses the behavior of people who masturbate to lolicon there. We're just gonna turn up the volume.
Have you seen him post on Twitter?
Yes, I've seen him post on Twitter. Most of it's big titty women. Okay, I'm not gonna.
Gahoole's still associating here with morally dubious people.
I won't stand for it.
But sometimes you gotta think of the company we're keeping there. I don't know, man. He's posting weird shit, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, PPP does have very, very autistic people in his audience.
Send me money, I guess.
Said, I want to fuck you till you're fixed. I'm gonna fuck you till you can walk again. That's not simp. That's sexual assault.
Okay. So when we put the woman's head in the toilet, that's fucking based, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's coming up here.
There's a different standard, I guess, for lolicon pedophile enthusiasts as opposed to me, a fucking badass, dominant man.
Yeah, he's trying to be as brutal here as possible.
Send me money, I guess.
It is.
Wow, so PPP the strong, moral Christian crusader, has a harem of girls. It isn't just the Louisiana succubus that we once was thought that was the only e-girl PPP had. He has, in fact, many e-girls, and he doesn't just talk to them and have them send him videos. He has them buy him shit and degrade themselves on camera for his sexual amusement. This is the Christian crusader. This is the person who can speak with such moral authority to call other people degenerates. He has a harem of women.
Oh, oops. Excuse me.
I don't know,
Actually,
buddy.
the difference is the follow through. The difference is the follow through, and also who you're doing with it.
I'm talking ifs in the mail, fucking 3DSs, video games. I got Cyberpunk 2077. I got Pokemon games. I got the Phoenix Wright collection paid for. I got...
Shit, so PPP isn't like he needs to abuse people to survive, essentially. The only reason he has all the shit that he had when he got kicked out of Surfer's house, he had nothing, not even a shirt. The only reason why he has all these like video games and like Nintendo Switches and like a place to live is just because he takes advantage of people and gaslights them into giving him shit. And then he spends all the actual money he gets from unemployment gambling on sports ball. Wow, he is really, like, you can't fault him here. He is telling the truth that he is a pimp and a Sigma male. This really is it is an unconsidered avenue of revenue for these types of people to go into.
Thousands of dollars I've made doing this. And then I threw them all in.
Yeah, he's made way more money doing this than I have on, like, Bitcoin or whatever.
Totally abused them, degraded them, and then threw them all in the trash. All of them. So,
I think what PPP is doing here is he's telling the truth. He has this shit he wants to get off his chest here, but he wants to play it off as a joke so that people won't take it seriously. But I really do think that is how he has all the shit that he had. He gaslit people like Surfer, and he just took advantage of these pathetic e-girls that just want attention. But it still is like Sigma. You can't deny that.
a fucking chat for doing that? Because when some roasty bitch throws up...
But I don't know if that's necessarily a Chad move.
And has a whole army of simps.
It is kind of Sigma degeneracy.
When a traditionally low sexual market value male flips the hate, I just... shit, pal. Are you really gonna...
Oh yeah, so he's essentially being just an OnlyFans model. With his simps there, but he's saying it's okay just because he's a man.
Amazing. Amazing.
Simp for those women?
I mean, Boogie has people simping after him, trying to feed him to death. That's an avenue of revenue he could go down.
Oh, really? Yes. I don't know, man. My bank account says differently.
Yeah?
My video game library says differently.
What you
My
threw
favorite
away.
blackmail and degradation says differently.
Oh my, wow. So, just like we saw with Rico's Trap Harem and all these other really, really fucked up places that take advantage of people who just want friends, PPP is doing exactly the same thing. He has adopted the tactics of these degenerates, people like Ethan Ralph, and people like Rico who ran the Trap Harem, like I just mentioned, did all the same shit that he's doing right now. He is no different, really, than those people. He's like a Charles Manson of the modern age. He's just adapted his tactics for the modern age and our technology.
I don't know what to say. Like,
Alright.
I mean, does it bother you that there's...
Someone with actual morals would never, like, stoop to this.
I would never take money
Your
from a
twisted
woman.
fantasy?
I would never take money.
That's your problem right there. Like, you don't have any pimp game. Like, it's just...
I'm not a pimp, PPP.
Well, I know. I'm trying to fucking...
Gahoole can't speak on women, and he will do that sometimes.
Okay, just say...
One minute he'll be a fucking incel who doesn't know shit about social interaction, and then the next minute he'll just be like a professional PULA.
I do that.
Oh yeah.
Why simp?
Well, it is. It's not, simping for women, right?
No, it's not.
But it is. You know, like it actually is.
Who am I simping?
Well, like you're like simping for this Irish tranny that you've
No,
never
I'm not.
met. That gives any money you want.
What the fuck? What the fuck? An Irish tranny. That's one of PPP's e-girls, is some fucking Irish tranny. Yeah. Morally dubious. I don't know what the Bible says about dating Irish trannies on Discord there, but I guess it's open to interpretation. So let's get some lore on PPP's involvement with this tranny here. I think this is PPP's MO, and just naturally what he does. You know, like the Jew will naturally subvert. It is in their nature. It is just in PPP's nature to treat people like this. Yeah, it goes back. So this is another one of Gahoole's shows.
It's PPP Goblins and the Louisiana Succubus all rolled into one perfect TV special.
Okay, can you tell me about this Louisiana Succubus thing? Because I've been hearing about it, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's
with this.
PPP's girlfriend. It's his Discord e-girlfriend who he's dedicated his life to.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he had Fei-Fei?
He's had two Fei-Feis at some point, including he had them both at the same time.
Yeah, so this has been known about. Gahoole's been holding on to this information all this time. You know, perhaps protecting his bro, but now that he's been betrayed, he wants to make a documentary on this and release all the dirt that he's known all this time. Kind of a scummy move there, Gahoole. But yeah, this Irish tranny was the person who made all their thumbnails, did all the research for This Week in Cuckada, and all that shit. So yeah, like, PPP isn't this incredible internet wizard who knows all this fucking lore. He has other people watching Baked Alaska for him, 24/7. He is really running this whole Kino empire. This is, like, really amazing. Like, it is just in his head, in whatever he does, to be a Sigma male and to be an abusive piece of shit. But yeah, that's really all there is about the Irish tranny. Now she's fucked off, but Gahoole's still simping for her and defending this tranny.
He's a horrible thing.
Like a true cell, the only option he has is to go for trannies. He might just take the tranny pill himself there.
Do whatever you want. It's your life. I'm just saying.
There you go. Thank you for telling me it's good for me instead of being a playa hater and being
I'm
anti-male.
saying what isn't good is allowing the.
Isn't good is getting raided by the FBI for child porn. That's what's not good, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, so a typical abuser tactic when they are confronted with some damning information about their character, they'll pivot onto some bad shit about you that isn't related to this conversation at all. The Irish tranny is a huge slight against PPP's character there, but he doesn't want to go into it again. You'll see this going forward, that every time e-girls are brought up, he'll kind of attack Gahoole and try and change the subject. Hey, if you're taking flack, you're above an enemy target, but... So Gahoole really should have continued to press him on this, but he does cave in.
Good. But the reality
Yeah,
is, I
that's
don't
not a
have
good
control
look.
over that.
And then
That
you
wasn't
have
in my
stoned
control.
Mexican guy, but then you have stoned Mexican guy, like a full-on lolly advocate on your show.
I don't think there's a lolly. I don't think ever advocated for lolly as far as I know.
Yeah, I'm sure PPP isn't, like, twisting what this guy's said at all. I mean, perhaps he isn't. I don't fucking know.
I haven't seen that. I think you're making up
And isn't based
like honestly, I've seen him post
Well, I
big
mean,
titty
it
anime
is-
girls. I haven't seen any lolicon essence PPP. I haven't seen that. I think you're making up lies because you don't like it.
So wait. Getting money in video games from women isn't based, but masturbating to fake anime girls is.
Boo-based! Boo-based! Yeah, being like a glorified welfare leech off of other people, like these communist leaders that we see in Portland do. That's fucking based. Not like doing anything for yourself there, but just having other people take care of you indefinitely.
Masturbating is not. No. But
And again, like, just because Lolly's, like, degenerate, and even if Gahoole did masturbate to Lolly, it still doesn't make what you do, okay?
talking and allowing e-girls to poison your brain isn't good.
No, I'm not.
It's on 3GP. Like, this is not, the decisions in your life have caused you to
my
spiral into, like, a downward fucking, like, the middle of fucking nowhere. You're fucking homeless now. This is what these e-girls have done to you.
Yeah, and Gahoole's, like, totally right here. PPP really didn't play his hand safe with Surfer there. He was his only lifeline. The e-girls will give him enough shit for like entertainment, will give him video games and like a bit of money, but not enough to survive like Surfer did. So yeah, like it's his destructive nature and his toxic personality. He can't help but abuse people. That happened because like PPP probably had other friends that know he's an abusive piece of shit that won't take him in now because he's burned them in the past, and Surfer was probably the last person he had. But he fucked up and he burned that too. Now he's living in a fucking trailer in the middle of nowhere.
But cool, my videos in 3GP do 10 times the videos you could do in 4K.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, I will admit, like the quality of PPP's videos has like taken away from the overall enjoyment of it. They're kind of hard to watch now that the quality is like as low as it is. It should be like a bit better.
Not what I did. I'm talking about my life.
It's a cult. I mean, it's a big time cult.
5 people on behalf. I'm talking about what I did. I'm talking about my life.
It's a cult. I mean, it's a big time cult to be like, I don't
Who
care
cares about the viewers? I never cared about my views. We could do this show to fucking 5 people on behalf. I was fine doing shit to 5 people on the gun
your
screen.
TV chat numbers a little bit.
Yeah, so now PPP has pivoted again. Yeah, we're moving on. He needs to keep attacking Gahoole, so he'll keep defending himself about shit. He's attacking his viewer numbers now. Even though PPP, well, he's the biggest channel, so I guess he can attack people like Gahoole. He can punch down like that, but it really is only to deflect from the e-girl training accusations. And, the fact that PPP's life is ruined. He really doesn't want to talk about that right now.
What matters in the end is who's doing the right thing. And messing with these e-girls is not the right thing. You know it's wrong. And the reason you're so upset right now...
Yeah, so we still have Surfer in chat. He's not giving up. He needs answers, and he's here on a holy righteous crusade to expose PPP and make him face his demons head on, because PPP won't do that. He sees nothing wrong with what he's doing, even though his lifestyle has led him into a trailer and practically homeless there. Surfer really does want what's best for him, but PPP can't change. He can't help but abuse people.
About these e-girls, which I didn't bring up. No, I'm right. Is beneath you. Allow them to research. Do the research for This Week in Kakada. Doing that shit.
I don't know, bro. There's no proof of that. Like, go ahead.
That's the claim.
Yeah, there ain't no proof. There ain't no proof, just like with O.J. Simpson there. Like the amount of time it takes to go through all these fucking articles and pick the absolute best ones. They have like 15 to 20 articles they do each week for This Week in Kakada. Like he's doing all that research on top of like Baked Alaska, Nick Fuentes, Ethan Ralph, like keeping up with all these people because he knows exactly what they do when they do it. Like even people like Matt Jarbo, he still kind of keeps tabs on. Yeah, on top of like watching Death Note, like how the fuck does he have time for all this? Like he has to have like a fucking legion of people helping him out here. It's not. I don't know.
Well, don't worry. My expose video from yourself for their bullshit. The problem is, PPP, these women aren't real.
Isn't this the fox with the grapes? The money's real that I got. Video games I got are real.
Money is temporary. Video
The
games
videos
are
of the
toys.
girls degrading themselves and performing my whatever dark sexual
Wow, you got
fantasy I wanted,
porn.
that's
You
real.
Yeah, so again, just like Ethan Ralph, PPP is recording people in private and keeping blackmail folder tabs on them. Amazing, amazing. But he'll just brush that slight off his character by saying that he's no one you should look up to and he's a degenerate himself. He's not your e-daddy. I really don't think that's a good excuse there. Yeah, I really don't think that's a good excuse, especially when you're claiming to be a Christian and condemning other people to hell there.
Like, what are you gonna do?
You're a real moral. Like, I mean, at least I'm not masturbating to CP. I mean,
I never did that either.
come on.
I haven't been masturbating in like 5 years.
At your house. I mean, the feds.
The feds were at my house.
So yeah, PPP knows how fucked up like the U.S. government, is you can just swat anyone and claim that they have hostages, and the cops will go to their house and treat them like a criminal. And that's probably what happened to Gahoole here. He's probably never masturbated to lolly hentai and probably has not masturbated in 5 years. But PPP can't give his friend here that he's known for a long time the benefit of the doubt. He needs him to be offended and feel degraded and worthless, because there's nothing worse than being a pedophile, and that's exactly why he's calling him that.
Fuck with me, because an international organization trying to shut me down because they were afraid of me. PPP.
Right.
Yeah, but why do I play? Hey, I make a bullshit about the e-girl TCP. I'm mad about the e-girls.
Because look, Gahoole, I don't really even have a problem with you talking about the e-girls and shit like this. Like, I want to do the wrestling show with you. It's like, to me, it seems like you're still upset about shit that happened like 7-8 months ago.
Yeah, it happened. It was only 7-8 months ago that I sissy hypnotified these women into being my mind slaves. I kind of want you to forget that I'm an abuser there, so you'll put your guard down so I can just take advantage of people going forward. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up there. Yeah, again, he will just say anything for to get to people and to get them closer to him.
Shit that just doesn't even matter anymore.
He'll never like admit a fault about his character like that.
I'm not upset about that. No, I am upset that
Like Surfer could.
He needs to go away. He can't come back.
Did you not get on a call with Godwinson and like say to him the beef? The beef was settled.
I don't know.
Like you're
I
not
wasn't upset
about the tranny sister shit.
I'm not upset about that. No, I am upset that Godwinson's back though, because he needs to go away. He can't come back.
Did you not get on a call with Godwinson and like?
Oh wow. It's kind of sus there, Gahoole. You hate Godwinson and you want him gone, and now Godwinson has been assassinated by the Diamato, as I just saw right there. That's kind of sus, Gahoole. One second, guys. Pause the recording. Hello, editor? Yeah, I need you to cut out the video feed of the assassin admitting that he works for me, okay? They can't know that. And cut this part out too where I'm talking to you. Alright. Thanks.
Say to him the beef was squashed, the beef didn't you.
I'm gonna do what I have to do to take him down.
You're coming out just seething like 7-8 months after the fact about Adam. And the reality of it is where can you point to the videos that you've made that are anywhere near the quality of what Adam's made?
Yeah, this is another thing that fucked up people will do. They'll just put you on the spot right there and have you justify your fucking existence to them. As if that makes you any less of a person that you haven't produced any Godwinson Kino videos. Yeah, look out for that. If anyone ever tells you, like explain to them what you've accomplished with your life and you're not a fucking crackhead degenerate, they're really only doing that to make you feel bad and fucking worthless. And have you kind of explain it out to them. Never let anyone do that to you.
Let's see.
The video where you video me.
Yeah, so he's really going into him here. He's being as ruthless as possible because he needs to let him know that he's a bitch.
God knew two people know.
Oh.
Sister, no, to leave the internet forever.
Why?
Yeah, Godwinson needs to leave the internet forever. And it's happened now, Gahoole. I hope you're happy that you got your wish. Yeah, maybe a little too good to be true there, buddy.
He's from an older age that needs to die.
It's not a valid.
Yeah, they needs to die.
Just say you suck and you're a pedophile. It doesn't make it true now, does it?
Yeah, so even with that Freudian slip there, even PPP doesn't believe Gahoole's a pedophile. He's just saying that to fuck with him. He's calling him the worst thing you could possibly call someone, a pedophile supporter, just to take the mickey out of him. That's really fucked up there.
No. His whole release don't want to see him talk.
Oh god, we've went back too far.
Put him against MJF because you're
Any
upset
about
about the tranny system. Gahoole, just the problem with you, man, is
Yeah, he keeps bringing up his sister that Gahoole admits he hasn't spoken to in years. Like, he's not a part of his life anymore. Oops.
All right.
Say, Adam made fun of my sister. He's a piece of shit. Because we all know you're upset about the tranny sister. Like,
I'm not actually. I'll be honest with you. I don't care people making fun of my trans sister. I don't actually care about that. I really. Seriously.
Are you mad, Gahoole? Are you fucking mad? Are you mad I'm making fun of your tranny sister? Oh, you gotta be mad. You gotta be fucking pissed off. Gahoole, PPP here realizes that none of his tactics are getting under Gahoole's skin here, so now he's trying to convince him that he is mad. Wow, with the maturity of a 12-year-old in a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 lobby.
Like, let's get honest. Like,
doesn't bother me
like,
that you make fun of that. What bothers me, I thought, doesn't value who I am as a person.
Oh,
I was mad that I am mad about it. I was mad that he made fun of me. Yeah, I was mad that he went up and he tried to fucking tell me to kill myself.
Wow, Godwinson. I had no idea Godwinson was out there telling Gahoole to kill himself. That's pretty fucked up, to be honest. Now we understand the beef. We understand Gahoole a bit better here. This animal, this ogre monster, is the gentle giant that we refuse to believe he was. He is only lashing out here at the big dog because his life was threatened like that.
It pisses me off because you know what? I'm not a fucking loser. When someone tells me to kill myself, it does upset me. It does upset me.
Because you've never had sex
but the thing is,
25 years ago. And shit talking at it.
That fuck with me. She came to my Discord one night and talked about a coalition of women trying to fuck with me. She tried to play in my mind.
She trolled you?
Yeah, she fucked.
Yeah, so one of PPP's e-girls is now running gay ops on Discord, just like T-Clips was. PPP hated T-Clips because she wasn't a content creator, she was just like a clip channel, which is still like some sort of content. It's at least something you can watch. But she was in like 500 Discords with like 70 different alt accounts, trying to pull the strings and shit. And PPP didn't like that, but it's okay if it's a fucking e-girl who doesn't produce any content whatsoever, except give PPP shit. These e-girls provide use to PPP, and that's why he excuses their actions. Yeah, pretty messed up there. Yeah, but they're okay to run. They're okay to run gay ops. It's okay if my hoes do it.
She ran some gay ops
by a woman.
Yeah, some gay ops. You're an e-girl.
Yeah, you got trolled there by a woman when she came into my chat and just said you mad, bro. That's what trolling is there, when you just like don't fuck with someone at all and kind of like annoy them for a second before they block you.
Trying to run gay outs on me, and that upset me because I'm a man, and I don't like when people
cares about your feelings. Like
I do.
Cool. I mean, the viewership numbers tell a different story.
Numbers don't matter. PPP. Numbers do not matter. I don't care about the numbers.
You've had sex with does
is
matter.
Zero. It's nothing. And you know what? It doesn't make me any less of a person. It doesn't make you a better person. Oh, here comes the hair.
Yeah, PPP, the fat fucking boomer from Left 4 Dead, is making fun of other people's appearances. Even though Gahoole's at the level now that if he lost the weight, he wouldn't need like skin reduction surgery like Fat Bastard did in Austin Powers. PPP would. Wow, amazing. But again, like, yeah, he's fucking bald. What a fucking disgusting mutant he is.
This person doesn't matter. What matters is what I have to say. What I have to say is this.
Gahoole's more attractive than the Gucci model we just saw, so.
I'm pretty okay with that. There's not a lot of things
it's no more people like obsessed with my life who I'm talking to or whatever. Gahoole,
I'm not that upset. I'm obsessed with this e-girl. I am trying to because she tried to fuck.
Yeah, that's so fucking gay, you guys. That you would run around and document all the shit I've said. And just watch my streams for hours and hours like we did with Chagget and Baked Alaska and Nick Fuentes. Yeah, that's really fucking gay. That's not interesting at all. PvP having a harem of e-girls who do his bidding. That's fucking lame. But, you know, Matt Jarbo crying on stream or whatever, that's good content that we gotta document and, like, canonize into lore. Yeah. PPP doesn't like it when the tables are turned.
I had a problem with this e-girl snacks.
I mean, all I'll say is
dude, I did a drama call on this because they fucking
vulture.
You want me to be honest with you? Surfer came to me with more information. Surfer came with more information than me.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh, wait.
I'm gonna use some of the video.
He was a snake, and you decided.
So yeah, just like I said would happen, they're just going to be snaking on each other, from now until there's another fucking fight, or until they make up. And I think making up would involve PPP apologizing and changing his ways, which I don't think is going to happen. They're just going to keep dropping gossip on each other. But I don't think PPP has anything on him, because he was leeching off him, and he did have the weaker hand over Surfer, who did take care of him and would know all the intimate details about his life there. Surfer has said some pretty good shit about PPP, and PPP seems to just want to squash the beef, probably because he has nothing. I bet if he did have something really juicy, he would have said it by now, because he has said shit about him, but nothing really as juicy as what Surfer has dropped. And I don't know what he said to Gahoole in this conversation, but we will know by the end of the month, apparently.
Snake on me, who
Snake? Snake on snakes.
Well, Gahoole, you needed to hear the truth. When Godwinson learned the truth about Stone Mexican Guy's
when was this true? He's a pedophile.
I just think you're upset. I mean, you're just upset because...
Yeah, they're just maximizing their insults for supreme carnage here. They're really not pulling any punches with each other. Even though after this, they're still gonna have to be friends, knowing that they settled their mean shit to each other.
It's like the bottom of the human condition.
No, it's not.
They're only fascinating in the sense that,
here's how I think about my video.
Yeah, and I honestly think PPP here is right. Gahoole's videos are just doomer core, like we saw with Millennial Thinker here. It's just putting himself in front of a camera. I think his most popular videos here are him talking about... him just talking about women, incels and stuff, yelling into the camera.
You didn't like Captain Marvel?
Very esoteric and avant-garde there. But very black-pilled. Very black-pilled. You need a girlfriend, buddy?
Where is it? I've done it all.
Yeah, his video process is he just wakes up and films, rants his thoughts unedited into a camera there. Yeah, I don't know, he's okay. He's a Kino producer, I guess, but he is very black-pilled, and he really doesn't have much else to say outside of the doomer incel core lifestyle. I guess wrestling too.
Here's how my video production process goes, PPP. I just make. It's what I do. There's no thought. I'm trying to make great content for someone. That's not what it's about. And the reality, PPP, you need to understand. You and me, we're both at the point where what we make really does not matter. What you make means fucking nothing. It's fucking shitty videos about Ethan Ralph or fucking Nick Fuentes, which don't fucking matter, have no cultural impact. And neither does Godwinson. Our side of the internet is dead. Our audience is fucking dwindled to nothing. Nobody gives a fuck.
So you're a loser then.
We all are losers then.
Yeah, so, Gahoole, his whole internet presence, this whole thing he's done for years, to him, makes him a loser. That's his opinion of himself, that this is all a massive waste of time and no one gives a shit. I mean, I don't think of myself as a loser. But Gahoole probably does think of me as a loser. He's done this for much longer than I have, so I wonder how much more of a loser Gahoole thinks I am or he is than me. That would be interesting to know, the exact metric there. What type of math he's using for this. Yeah, let's go.
I don't mind being an internet loser, because in real life, my life is fine.
Yeah, I don't mind dedicating massive my really main hobby here being something that I consider to be degenerate and just fucking a massive waste of time. You might as well just do something else there, buddy.
So he said I can only take a YouTube upload. That's the only thing he said he would take as a fucking any kind of thing.
YouTube unlisted. I mean, it's not
it would take forever. It's a fucking 30 GB file. It takes forever to fucking upload on my shitty internet here, which I told him about. And maybe if we recorded this...
Gahoole, the internet wizard, the moderator of 8chan, I think it was, doesn't have good enough internet. His life isn't in a good position right here. He can't afford good internet, and instead of fixing that himself, perhaps, he just rants on YouTube. He rants on YouTube and does Gunt streams instead of getting out there and Sigma grinding, perhaps making coffee tables that he can put on SD in his spare time there.
Less than fucking 24 hours in advance of when we were supposed to air. At about that.
So the Kino logistics here aren't really amazing.
By bringing you on that show, gave you a chance to shine.
So come on, what?
And
It's
then
a
you
fucking
stayed
show.
Yeah, we're doing. Hey, Gahoole, I'm doing you a big favor here when I let you on the show. Don't forget that I'm the one who blessed you here, and I'm the one who gave you your audience, okay? Yeah, you're just holding this divine gift of a chance for stardom. So if he succeeds, he'll always be in your shadow no matter what. You can't ever let him forget that, you know. You can't ever let him forget that his audience grew double when he went on this week of the Golden Guns.
Oh, fuck. Why did that happen?
He faded his editing.
I don't think
And then he's like,
he gave me
"Who the
any
fuck is
favor.
this?"
Dude, what he produced, he's not that good at what he does.
What is your criticism?
It's boring, it's stale,
That's
it's
not a real
repetitive.
criticism.
Okay.
Yeah, so PPP will decide what is legitimate criticism against him and what is true about him and what's not true. This criticism that Gahoole gave here against Godwinson would fly against any other YouTuber and any movie. Just dismissing it as just boring is not really in depth, but it's a good enough reason as to why you wouldn't like something. Just your personal preference. But PPP won't stand that.
That's my opinion.
You can't have an opinion that goes against what he believes.
And before that video, when's Godwinson gonna snaking on you? You seem like Leo's snaking on you, but you snake on every single person you collaborate with. It's a constant in your life. You snake on every person. Leo.
Look.
Weasel.
Leo
Surfer.
record. Hold on.
When's Godwinson?
Yeah, so everyone that PPP's interacted with, both online and in real life, he's fucked over. He'll get these people close to them, and then when he realizes, or when he's extracted as much use out of them as he can, he'll just make up some bullshit excuse to cut them out of his life. But this cycle ended with Surfer. He was the one powerful enough to resist PPP's curse, and he was the one who felted him there. That's why Surfer is the greatest warrior of Kino.
Godwinson gonna snake on you, and what are you gonna do then? No. Down.
Cool. Leo.
Making this amazing. Oh, maybe you got that. Oh, great. You gotta praise Godwinson's dick. Suck his cock. No, he's not that great. And you gotta stop putting him on the pedestal. Even in this, you put him on the pedestal.
Leo pirate video? Can you name a good Leo Dog Day? I mean, Godwinson, you know, made a lot of great videos about Sargon as well. Done some actual shit, Gahoole. Like, he went and confronted Sargon. What did you do? I know, like...
Yeah, I don't know. Gahoole here says that, somewhere in here, he says that he hates when people repeat himself, but he's repeated this whole point about Godwinson sucking and being repetitive here about 3 times. Amazing. But again, he'll dismiss that as just being, like, something he does because he's running unedited. He's live streaming. Which is an excuse Vosh makes, by the way.
It's crazy. Like, you're going on shows, talking mad shit, like, about Godwinson and me. I haven't said anything about you.
Yeah, PvP, the shit talker who got his career started making fun of Sargon and making fun of Ethan Ralph and all those people, doesn't understand the value of shit talking or doesn't accept it.
It's like a jilted gay lover of mine who's angry because he's not in my videos anymore.
Yeah, so another truthful statement played off as a ridiculous fact so insane it couldn't possibly be true here. PPP wants to get this off his chest. What he's saying right here is the unfiltered truth. But it sounds so ridiculous it couldn't possibly be true. Sorry, we're just getting our notes. We're getting all our hens lined up.
We're not having gay sex together. I mean, we're gay lovers. I mean, nobody would react to
Surfer
this unless
wants
they
to
were
call
gay
it. We gotta
lovers.
get him on the line. Let's get him on the line, brother. We'll get him in here.
Surfer's ready.
Shut the fuck up and you two can hash it out. We'll just let it go.
PPP's been talking all this shit on an open platform that accepts call-ins. But now PPP has been confronted with...
It'll be funny.
Like, he's here. He's in the chat.
I just disagree, man.
It'll be funny.
Yeah, so PPP knows that, like, they haven't spoken in public since the event happened. But PPP knows that Surfer has a bunch of dirt on him, and he will just destroy him in an open debate because Surfer is in the right here. So PPP tries to play it off like he's doing Surfer a favor here. You know, like he's helping him right now by protecting himself.
Look, at this point, I think the conversation has evolved a bit. If you want, we can just keep fucking going about...
Yeah, so he tries to pivot back to wrestling here, but that doesn't last too long.
Lesnar, right?
Yeah, they start talking about Brock Lesnar or whatever. But it quickly goes back to drama because they can't get this off their mind.
I don't know. I think he could work within WWE. He could have a career. I don't know. I want him to fill out more, though. I want him to be even beefier.
Yeah, so more unfiltered truth disguised as a ridiculous statement.
What each other? That's woman shit. That's fucking girl gay shit. Like, just sit the fuck down, face to face.
I call him on the...
Yeah, Gahoole again knowing exactly how a woman would act when in a problem, despite never having interacted with them outside of what he may know from incel culture. But yeah, he wants Surfer. He wants them to like meet up again. But PPP has reached out to Surfer.
And I'm like, dude, let's settle this beef. Let's settle this dispute. Then it's like you're gonna tell the whole world I called you.
Well, I mean, PvP, there's nothing to settle. He just needs to apologize and change his ways if he wants Surfer back as a friend. But he can't do that because he can't work a job, or is at least unwilling to. He can't, you know, he's not willing to take the vaccine, so he can't get back into the workforce unless he knows someone who runs like a roofing company or whatever. But he's probably burned all those people in his life, so no one's willing to give him a job because they know he isn't a good worker and he's not trustworthy there. So PvP can't change, and Surfer knows this, and PvP knows this. So he's trying to make it like Surfer's the unreasonable one here. When all he has to do is just admit that he's an abuser and will stop abusing Surfer. They can still be friends, but they just can't like live with each other.
And you're just like, there's no...
But that would mean PvP has to change again.
Then don't do it. Fuck all. Do it on the air in public. I just can't.
Like, I just want...
Yeah, but
like,
he's angry with you, so fucking hash it
I
out,
know,
bro.
bro.
Like, what?
This whole issue so started in the first place because he didn't want to square up. So it's not going to happen. And look, it's the thing. Like, I just do not want to get into it.
Yeah, so, again, like, PvP's criticizing Surfer here for not fighting him straight up, even though PvP knows that he could beat the shit out of him no matter what, because he's just that much bigger than him. If you know, again, like with Funny Valentine, if you know you're that much more powerful than someone, you really shouldn't use violence to solve your problems with them. You wouldn't beat the shit out of a 5-year-old because they stepped on your kicks there. That's kind of irresponsible. And that extends to your friends and people you're much bigger than. You shouldn't go around threatening them with violence. Like, fuck.
I think that it's obvious.
Just because you can't physically make someone clean up their own shit doesn't mean that you shouldn't just do it.
The reality is, Gahoole, like, the cops were called. It's a situation where two guys are upset at each other that are living in a domestic situation. You're living with each other day in, day out. You start to grate on each other.
So PPP does know the truth here. He does know the truth that it was just destined to fail because they were just too involved with each other. And I think he really should have avoided that if he wanted to keep his gravy train going. And again, it's a definitive breakup because the cops were called. Now it's in writing. So, like, if they get back together again, then, you know, they're just gonna know. They're not gonna take it seriously next time when it happens. It was for the best, honestly. The Kino community does want them to get back together, but they're not considering Ashton and RJ as real people here. It's for the best that they stay together, and they should be friends again, but that would require PPP to change. And he can't change until he repents and lives a normal life.
To be honest with you,
But his lifestyle won't accommodate for that. He can't stop gambling.
to happen.
Maybe
Like-
call up one who I've tried to get to quit the booth.
Okay.
Solve the situation. I call this
Like,
pair.
you message me.
I do know it's the only way to resolve people.
Like another maybe. Yeah, who would
Absolutely.
now? I mean,
I've
well then why aren't
dealt
you
with tons.
late? I mean, look,
I don't have to deal with
saying,
women. I don't have to deal with guys pretty easily because I've been around guys my whole life and I've been great friends and I've solved a lot of guy drama in my life.
Yeah, so again, Gahoole will just pivot from an expert about women and female behavior to an incel who doesn't know shit whenever it's convenient. Yeah, there's more incel banter coming up here.
He wants to reach them.
Sorry about that in advance. Once this is done, I'm gonna move on to other people too.
I mean, it's no sweat off my ass because I have nothing to do with snacks.
Yeah, Gahoole's making a documentary on PPP and Godwinson that's coming out at the end of the month. Look forward to that. There's going to be a ton of juicy gossip that we don't know about, and we'll probably send Surfer and PPP deeper into the spiral that they're going into. Surfer, you gotta do the blood sport, man. There has to be, like, a blood sport where you expose all the fucking drama, like, no more just sprinkling it in. We have to know everything. We have to know everything for the good of the community. Like, you guys owe it to us, who have been following you for years. We deserve to know, like, the whole truth about you guys and everything.
I think being a pimp is.
And then, you know, if you want to leave the internet after that, I think that's what you have to do. Your last video should be that. If you don't want to leave, which I don't think you should, PvP. I think you do make good content.
Because I value being a pimp, man. Then you have. Then you gotta talk to 6 girls at once, at a time? Bro,
it's hard.
You gotta listen to the band, so you can tell them, oh, PPP!
Yeah, so Gahoole here knows exactly what women talk about and their problems.
Oh, that sounds so lame.
Yeah, that sounds so lame, having a girl around that I can, like, fuck, you know, and, like, come inside her vagina, and that, you know, that feels pretty good, bro. But again, Gahoole doesn't see women as people, just as objects specifically made for that. Which is why he's an incel. It's not because he's ugly or whatever, it's because he just doesn't see value in human life. He's not willing to improve himself because he already believes it's over. In his mind, getting laid is about as impossible as, like, Surfer and PvP getting back together realistically. So now Surfer has seen this stream. He was in the chat, and as soon as that stream ended, he fires up his own. He's here to fire back. But not just yet, because Surfer is not a drama queen. He is here to help the people of the Kino community.
Better than cilantro.
So we're still getting Surfer Kino.
Cilantro here.
He goes on for like an hour and a half, a full feature-length Surfer movie, Cooking with Surfer. And then there's Punt the Gunt here. I think they do a bit of This Week in Cuckida, Surfer
All
does.
the comments from my videos.
Okay, so we're gonna get on to the juicy shit now. Surfer did have a lot of gossip to drop here. And a lot of shit about his life. Let's go. Yeah, he gets all liquored up and all fucking proper for this shit. It is a monumentous occasion.
To give you a bit of context.
So now we've engaged into maximum cancer mode here. We are now into 3 layers of fucking irony. We will speed this up a bit. Only for your sake, chat, because I'm sure you've seen all this stuff before.
I tuned in about 40 minutes late, and
In person is the best in-person event I've ever been to for wrestling. Just far enough.
Because I wanted to ask you about it, you know, but the issue was, like, we fucking.
But listen to his tonality.
And shit like this, and fucking, you know, getting the cops called on me, crazy drama, you know.
You know, he frames it like he's done nothing wrong, you know, and I wronged him when I called the police, you know, and I just fucked him over. But the guy has no remorse, you know, he just thinks that I fucked him, and you don't take any responsibility for his outcomes, you know, he just blames me for all his fucking problems in his life. But hold on, we'll go to...
Yeah, so exactly. Surfer has learned from Rudy. When I sent him... When we sent our psychologist over to brief him on the... how fucked up people act, and narcissist, we had him watch every Jim Can't Swim video 5 times over there, and he's learned. Like, fuck, it's amazing. It really does take interacting with fucked up people like this sometimes to realize how, like, the world works in a way. I had to interact with someone who treated me like PPP did to Surfer here, and it really opens your eyes. It really helps you out dealing with people like that. So good on you, Surfer.
But I saw that, and then I decided I was going to troll him.
But there's more shit. There might be a reason here why Surfer was so willing to change his life position, and why he is the way he is. Why is Surfer the way Surfer is?
Take off the wall for your next lap. So I, you know, when you're doing the back crawl and you're fucking trying to go as quick as you can, sometimes you don't quite time that right. You're just going fucking full speed, and you just crank right into the fucking wall of the pool, and it doesn't feel nice in your skull. But because of that, I got a pretty thick fucking skull.
So, MMA style, when you're doing Muay Thai, they'll give you like micro fractures in your bones, so when they heal, they're stronger. But Surfer here was doing this with his skull, doing the backstroke. He was doing it so fast, he wasn't slowing down. He fucking slammed his skull directly into the thing going max speed at the young age of 13, when his skull was still soft and his brain was still developing. That kind of explains a lot there, Surfer. Yeah, so he can take it, man.
Hippo crawl is like a cross between the front stroke and the back stroke. You're almost like, when you do the hip online, say that all his content revolves around Ethan Ralph, you know, and how he can make great content about whatever. You know, but all he can do now is do Ethan Ralph streams and fucking Nick Fuentes streams. Like, it's sad to see, it really is sad to see.
Yeah, I think something broke in PPP's brain there when someone finally stood up to him and told him no. He didn't know how to react to that, so he just shut down. And now he's fucked up. His mind is broken. His content isn't as good. His e-girls are leaving him, and that's why he can only keep up with 2 locals at a time here and just watch Death Note and the anime reviews. Something fucking snapped in his brain, and he's just totally washed up now. The quality of his content, the base quality, like the video quality and the overall quality, has dwindled to nothing. Has dwindled to very low. We are in a Kino drought here at this time. They are dark days ahead, now with Godwinson dead as well. I hope that Diamoto can produce better content than Godwinson has here. He really does need to fill that void, considering he is responsible for his death.
Drunken Surfer, what's the real reason PPP was kicked out of the church, Surfer? I get the feeling there's more to it after this. Well, he wasn't actually kicked out of the church. Like, we left the church because they wouldn't let him preach, and he snapped.
More gossip.
He had a real resentment for every other single person in the church because they didn't want him to preach. He thought they had somehow like robbed him of his birthright. So he snapped at them and had a big fight, and we left.
Holy fuck. So PPP at the young age of like 23, 4, whatever, when this happened, he thought he was worthy over the other preachers and deacons to conduct sermons in front of everyone and spread the word of God here. But behind the scenes, you know, like all these religious figures, he's a fucking degenerate. And they knew this in him. They saw this in his eyes, and they told him no. And his mind couldn't take that. In his mind, he is better than everyone else. So this didn't make sense to him, and that's why he snapped. And he's excommunicated from the church. And that's why they're non-denominational Christians or whatever.
Yeah, we both not get kicked out. Wait, he's dating an 88-year-old woman like that? Yeah, she's 92.
Fuck, buddy.
No, they're all looking down at you in shame.
What Bailey? What PPP kind of wants to know? Do you want to have sex with Bailey? Would you want Bailey in the room?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I would not.
And I would not either, because I won't have sex again until I get married. I think that we should be voluntary celibate. I feel bad for all the girls I had sex with in the past because I took away their virginity from the.
Wow, you know, Christians do this a lot. I find it really does feel like a humble brag. Not everyone is capable of like popping fucking 50 cherries like Surfer did in his past. It does kind of come off as a bit of a brag here to say like, oh yeah, I had all this like rockin' sex in the past, but now I've repented, so you know that can't be used against me. I still did it, and I'm still a Chad because I had all this sexual experience, but I'm still like a morally righteous Christian person. I mean, it's consistent with his beliefs there, but I never really liked Christians who did this.
That's you know, that is something.
Well, not Christians themselves. I never really
I
liked
think
the
my,
fact that they
sexual
did this.
morality when I was younger was very simple.
Yeah, Surfer busted like at least 50 hymens.
It's because your girlfriend, so it wasn't even like adulterous, like you're talking about fucking someone's wife. You know, I regret that. Like, I've apologized to you about that in the past, and I do fucking regret that a lot. I think that was very wrong of me to do. You know, it's you know, like Gahoole fucking, you know.
Yeah, so their relationship has been fucked up for a pretty long time here, even years back. Surfer was toxic. Surfer drew first blood, actually. He fucked PPP's girl, and that's probably why PPP decided to use his narcissist. Like he was like reserved with him before. He was treating him like a normal person. But then when he did this serious thing against him, like fucking his girl, you don't do that to your bro right there. You know, like fuck. So yeah, that's why they fucking hated each other towards the end, and there was like there was always this tension over their relationship there. They're always trying to one up each other there. PPP held that above his head, the fact that he could beat Surfer up. Like Surfer is now holding the fact that he fucked his girl and he's more sexually desirable than he is over his head. It's getting a little more morally gray now.
I think that was very wrong of me to do. You know, it's you know, like Gahoole fucking, you know, I don't think it's fucking unnatural or weird that Gahoole doesn't want to fuck other men's wives. You know.
He gets into something here.
So he's just gonna throw out ego accusations left and right to try to fucking take himself out of the pit. He just fucking dug himself in.
Yeah, Surfer only knows that because he deeply studied my mannerisms and how I approach mental illness and these psychological problems. So you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome.
One of my top remaining A-logs, so what was that?
I don't know. He mentions here that PPP sucks at sales. At some point, I think I missed the timestamp, but that tells us that like PPP will boost about himself. He will just like stretch the truth and probably outright fabricate things to make him seem like he's more experienced than he is, and he's more intelligent than he is, so he can speak on authority, you know, about things that he talks about. He wasn't like, according to Surfer here, he wasn't the closer that he'd have everyone believe he was, or would at least imply. So we gotta skip ahead a considerable amount here.
By a race, that drunken Surfer, there's nothing more cruel in this world than a person who thinks they're owed something. I mean, I think that's the guy's fucking problem. Like, not just does he feel like he was owed back, he had a homosexual relationship, like, jokes aside. Like, you know, PPP's whole fucking family hates me. And PPP's whole family would tell him I'm a bad guy and I was fucking unfair to him and that I'm a faggot. And they would say I'm fucking gay. And, you know, PPP, I think he might actually, like, believe that stuff. Because when PPP was growing up, like, he hung around guys that actually were gay. And he would fucking lie in bed and have sleepovers with his fucking gay friend. And his gay friend would lie in bed with him in the same bed and squeeze his tits. So, you know, I think PPP's sort of self-conscious about having gay.
Ooh. Yeah. PPP got molested. His boy tits were groped when he was a young child. By a family member. Holy fuck. You really can't live past that once that happens. If you were molested like that, you kind of are doomed to be a fag. Fuck. But isn't that so fucked up that we now know this about PPP? And, like, there's nothing that serious about Surfer. The only thing we know about him is that he's a fucking schizo, and he's willing to admit that. We didn't know that PPP was getting fucking molested. And that's just like one thing that Surfer's willing to tell us. Like, we need to know everything, Surfer. We need to know, like, you need to write, you need to do like a 50-hour, like a 7-hour stream where you tell, like, everything. And then PPP can tell us everything about you, Surfer, and there will be nothing. Because your conscience is probably clean, buddy. And he just made you feel worthless. He made you feel bad. That's how he took advantage. So another example coming up here about PPP.
And you got rattled because I told you to fucking open the door for her when she was bringing you your fucking laundry coming to the Lord's table. You know, so I fucking do whatever the fuck, and you sit there and twist her some story about how I'm a fucking evil guy, and you fucking spark an argument between me and my fucking mom. You try to drive a wedge between me and my fucking mom, and then fucking gang up on me with her.
Like, holy fuck. Oh, sorry. We got a call here. My boss called me up there, gotta stick on the Sigma grind, can't let internet shit get in the way of that. So we're just gonna continue, right where we left off, which was...
And, after she left, I sat down and said...
Yeah, so, PPP tries to drive a wedge between his parents, and get, Surfer to be isolated from his family, his only support group here, so that he will need to rely on PPP. He tried to set this up, like, a long time ago, and he didn't get that far with him because Surfer's not that weak. He wasn't willing to go that far with the abuse. PPP couldn't go that far with the abuse. So he got what he could get with Surfer because he had burned everyone else and no one else would associate with him. So that's all he could get. And I think that's all we really get from Surfer in this edition. He kind of just... I think there's like there's more shit, but whatever. But now... Surfer. Well, no, now that everyone knows that PPP's fucked up. Everyone knows he's desperate. PPP's desperate for allies and will even go for fucking... He'll go for anyone. He's desperate to get anyone into his harem now that his e-girls have left him. He needs someone to send him more articles and possibly more money. It doesn't matter how shitty they are or how worthless they are as a person, because he will ally with the Daimo. There's no T in there, the Daimo. God Winston would not put up with PPP's abuse anymore, so he allied with the Daimo and had him killed. Wow, that's depressing. This is really as deeply as the Kino community has fallen now. But after that video with Surfer, where we learned that PPP's a fag, an abuser, got his boy tits groped, is a bad salesman, and just a total charlatan, we get this from the Daimo.
Been weighing on my heart too.
He can't lie to his audience and his neat samurai.
Should no be tricks, but I believe that you, the people who, to know what is going on.
Well, if you could get your fucking shtick out of the way and get the...
My children, you will see.
So he talks about how PPP is my friend, but he is not my family. So he's close to him, but he's not gonna get as close as Surfer did, because he watched the Surfer video and he realized that Surfer here was the righteous one. He's only keeping PPP around here, like PPP kept his e-girls around. The tables have turned, and the Daimo is a lot more intelligent than perhaps I gave him credit for. He was able to kill my tarantulas eventually, so I guess he's good for something. But now we're just gonna see we're just gonna see what Surfer is doing now that he doesn't have anyone Well, yeah, he has his friends, but he has no internet daddy to let out his violent impulses and his Fed posts, so now they're just culminating in his head and building up.
Oh, fuck. Damn it, that's the wrong button.
So yeah, we should probably increase the speed here.
Yeah, but before we get started, I was drinking beers in the last stream, and I let down our buddy Bowl Cut Nationalist. I told him, I said, ask and you shall receive, and...
So Surfer here, the nice guy. This is a genuinely nice person. Bowl Cut Nationalist has asked for a house tour, and you shall receive. That's all it takes is one request, and Surfer will go out of his way to show you the house. And let's see what he's got going on here.
Start with the living room here. So you can
I've always kind of wanted to see what the PPP house was, and to see all the shit they had posted on the walls, but he doesn't go into that. He just kind of goes into what the house looks like. But it's still interesting.
The first thing you'll notice is the incense table. Which the incense table, you know, I've revamped it, I've wiped it off, and I've reset the feng shui. You know, you'll notice the ashes.
Yeah, so instead of like cleaning up whatever mess is making the smell, like the popper bong or like opening a window, we're just gonna cover it up with some fragrance. The second you walk into the house, you're knocked out by the fucking stench of popper fumes, disgusting braps, and incense. You know. So Surfer, not everything Surfer does is for no reason. He has his alpha male shit laid out.
The toilet paper tower.
He's still going on the TP
It's
meme.
been reconstructed, and it's nice and stable now. You can see we've got...
He has like Mein Kampf on the poker table, displayed proudly for all his guests to see. He has the Hitler Mein Kampf and like
I was at the grocery store today. They gave me this fucking box of Lysol for free. So it's sort of fucking up the feng shui of the poker table, you know, but it's...
Yeah, I'm so based and against coronavirus regulations that I think Lysol is gay.
It's still pretty good, you know. It's nice and organized. We got stock bars.
Yeah, he's like stockpiling shit.
Even the kitchen table is it's pretty organized. It's
Damn.
not most organized in the world. Certainly better than it was before. You know, the floor...
Oh, it's an epic RGB setup you got there, Surfer.
I've noticed another Easter there for the year, their Easter chat. And I guess I don't know where to put the rice yet. You know, I don't got a lot of room for the rice. I got like 3 bags there, so I gotta figure that out.
Wow, so sorry, just another text from the captain of the Northern Cowboys asking me if I'm playing Warzone tonight. He's probably gonna call me in a sec. But Surfer here, he has a massive stockpile of fucking toilet paper, water, and like 3 bags of rice. Like a bag of rice in Ontario will run you back like $30, like at least, and it'll last you for a good while if you're only cooking for one person, but he has 3 of them. Like, what's fucking going on here, Surfer? The Fed posts that normally Surfer would get out of his system ranting to PPP here are now accumulating, and he is stockpiling shit. The only thing you don't see in this house tour here is the SKS he has in the closet, which he is saving for his hunting. You know, he just has the SKS for hunting.
Actually will make a good addition to the cooking the greenies.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the bathroom now. It's clean and immaculate. You'll notice there's no shit stains anywhere.
I had to look behind the garbage bin yesterday, and I fucking moved the garbage bin. There's a couple cobwebs behind it. But look at this shot. Lo and behold, I moved the garbage can, and there's a fucking mushroom growing underneath my bathtub, Jack.
Whoa!
Jack. I don't know what type of mushroom that is. Maybe the eyes to the greenies will get high.
Yeah, so Surfer is eating shrooms that he's finding under his bathtub, having outer body trip experiences where he goes into the realm inside of his own head where the Fed posts take place, and he's living in this fucked up reality 24/7, and he's stockpiling shit. He has the guns. The entire hallway that used to be PPP's room is lined with booby-trap shotgun shells that activate once UN operators, the chips inside their necks are detected, they will go off. Surfer here is living inside his own delusional reality filled by mushrooms and fucking 4chan Murdoch memes.
You know, I don't know why there's mushrooms growing.
He's fucking eating the shrooms, bro.
I got you know, while it's take time up to make a fucking day of it. I just about got my chair exposed in my room. Now mind you,
Wait, we gotta go back.
dripped off of the brown starfish. You know, maybe because PPP lived here for so long, the excess poop that dripped off of the brown starfish is built up underneath.
Yeah, he's farming like Matt Damon did in the fucking Mars movie. He's farming. He has a ranch underneath his bathtub where he's growing these fucking shrooms with his own fecal matter. Oh, fuck, man. Surfer is living the Ted Kaczynski lifestyle in the downtown heart of Peterborough there. He doesn't even need to leave the house at this point. He has everything he needs. He has enough rice. He has to feed the spiders that he can then eat in the future. And he has enough fecal matter to sustain himself so he can grow more shrooms.
That's why I won't be organized. I love to take a fucking day of it. I just about got my chair. It's full. I keep spiders out.
He just keeps it like a tabber.
Brush and fucking the iPad and the Bible. There's some fucking big dirty spiders out the fucking window.
Yeah, so Surfer, you are not allowed into the Rudy Ranch if you do not love spiders. I'm sorry, brother. If you kill those spiders, I will never forgive you.
That's not it, but it's comfy. You see, I got fucking the body pillows.
He has at least body pillows. Surfer, you gotta up your body pillow game, bro. You gotta up your body pillow game. Come on, you've never experienced pleasure like this, Surfer. You have no idea how good this nylon feels against my bare penis.
Now wait till you see the office guy.
Let's see the Kino office now where all the shit went down. And we found
It wasn't accurate the other day. You see, this bookshelf's fairly fucking organized.
it's just full of like National Socialist books. Like, look at that. Fuck. Atlas of the Bible. The COVID Great Reset. I was walking through cycling through Queen's Park the other day in the heart of the city, and there are a bunch of these fucking anti-vaxxer retards. I don't mean all anti-vaxxers are retards. I mean these guys specifically were retards. They were just... I was asking them all these questions. They had that exact book right there, and I was asking them all these questions, but they just were referring me to YouTube videos. They were the crackheads that I see hanging out in my fucking park. They pretty much were on that level, and they had that exact book, which is why I fucking mentioned that. But it's just like more National Socialist shit. There's no like cooking books or like any books on history there. They probably do have them. But the books that Surfer wants everyone to see are the like Atlas struggle. There's more stockpiles. It's just overflowing everywhere.
I even took all the clothes hangers and I organized them by type. I put like clothes hangers beside each other.
Yeah, so if you wanted proof that Surfer's autistic, there you go. Wow, PPP left behind his Bibles. The Bibles that his grandfather spent all those years like making or whatever, he left behind. And he's never going to pick them up again. They're Surfer's now to keep forever. And that's what Surfer, it's the least PPP could do to Surfer, is give him these Bibles.
My desk is clean. You know, the desk is real fucking clean.
So that's the office.
And then finally, chat.
Now we're going to see, because I've always wondered the layout of their house, and I've always kind of tried to like map it out in my mind. I had no idea where they slept. I assumed it was like a 2-bedroom or whatever. But we never saw that because PPP actually sleeps down in the hallway that leads up to the fucking house. Oh shit, I just fucked everything up, didn't I? Where is it? 14, 20. Oh no, wait.
Now this is probably the most exciting moment in the house tour to show you how clean it is. But you know, I know you wanted to see the hallway. Because you guys have seen PPP's hallway that used to guard.
It's not even a fucking room. It's not even a fucking room. It's just a hallway.
So this is the recap hallway.
That's all he could get, man. This is how he was living for like 2+ years or whatever.
Cycling down here. All these boxes are the remainder of PPP's stuff. You see, I packed this fucking stuff up for him. I just gotta wait for his brother to come pick it up or whatever. But fucking guy just ignores all of my calls, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
This is such a weirdly constructed house. Like, the staircase really should have been out the door. That would have given you a lot more space.
Now the hallway, he must have left a blocker signal behind in the hallway.
You could have had the living room if you didn't have this massive staircase. You could have had a bigger living room, and then the living room could have been. Well, I guess I'm just criticizing the designers who made this house, I guess.
But we'll try one more time, chat. We just go in and have a quick surgical strike. You can see the shoes.
So yeah, Surfer believes that PPP has left behind signal jammers to fuck with him. Oh my god. I know he probably doesn't really believe that yet. He will soon as his schizophrenia gets worse.
The electrical is replaced the couch. We got our shoes, it's fucking, everything's clear. That's about it, chat. We'll run back upstairs. Did I get the
That's about it. He just kind of talks about cooking.
Yeah. Probably. We'll see 5,000 years of Chinese history in a singular timeline matrix. Well, maybe that's what we've needed all along to defeat the coup. Maybe I need to eat the mushroom, but that's how we will beat the Chinese and defeat the Wu-Flu. Maybe that's an idea.
So, in about a month, I put it at 6 months' time, Surfer will strap a GoPro onto himself, take out his SKS, while high on shrooms, and go jogging in the streets of Peterborough. Oh, fuck. Yeah, but that's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see Surfer Nightmare Trip streams coming up soon, where he takes a shit ton of mushrooms and tells us what he sees inside of his head. We need to know Surfer's headcanon. It is important. We will get deeper truths about Surfer himself, but we'll have to sort it out from the schizophrenia that does come out.
But beating these... Where's the Rick and Morty bottle? He took that with him, of course. You know, the guy calls me an alcoholic, though. Like, that was games, and I won't take any of the stuff to the dump or anything like that. I will hold his stuff until his brother can come pick it up or whatever. I think it's sort of fucking nonsense that he thinks I fucking my apartment is like a glorified storage unit. He can just fucking leave his shit here. You know?
Yeah, so PPP has no money. All that money he spent gambling, he doesn't have enough money for even like a U-Haul to come down and pick up everything. He's either fucking lazy, his shit means nothing to him, or he just has no fucking money, not even for a U-Haul, and his brother knows he's not good for money, so he won't lend him anything.
But I mean, guys, I think we're on fucking beats or something like that, you know, certainly not really.
I think you should, Surfer, that would be based.
I'm addicted. I noticed when I watched fan organizations, not that like, but weed for the popper, and I smoked one popper out of it. I shouldn't have done that, but I used to smoke.
Wait, where is it?
For the popper, and I smoked one popper out of it.
So yeah, Surfer, that's why they have the incense table, because Surfer is using a filthy, disgusting old popper bong as like home decor. He couldn't have just bought a bong specifically for that. And he's ripping like fucking cigars. Like I tried that before. You can't fucking do that. You can't like use a cigar as like a cigarette for a popper. That'll fucking kill you, Surfer. Yeah, those are degenerate days when I was doing that.
In fact, it's you, PPP, that owes me $600. And $200 a month, PPP, from here on out.
So there it is. There's Surfer's Jew DNA. There's Surfer's Jew DNA coming through. Yeah, he is 1/16 Jewish, but that is just enough for him to fucking grift like that off of PPP and get $600 fucking dollars there for, you know, he needs to upgrade. He needs another SKS. He needs 2 more of them. They go for $300 each, but he needs another one. Or possibly he wants his own Gucci, like I do. You want the Vosh video, don't you? You better get me Vanguard. You better get me Vanguard within a week, or else it's gonna be Vanguard and the fucking Gucci jacket. But that's the PPP and Surfer expanded lore up till now. It's gonna get better from here on out. It's gonna get better when Gahoole drops the documentary, and it's gonna be better after that when they all start, like, when all the truth comes out, everything Surfer told to Gahoole, and that will probably ignite Surfer to tell all the shit he knows about PPP as well. And then we might learn a few more things about Surfer that PPP has, but I don't think he has anything else. I think, yeah, I predicted it right. This cat fight is just going to resume uninterrupted. And shit will just go on as normal. Yeah, that's about it. I think I backed the right horse here. PvP chose the Daimo as his little minion, as his assistant. But I chose, Surfer chose me. And I think I think we are the good fit. I'm backing the strong horse, unlike PvP with the Daimo. Surfer is the strong man, and anyone here can see that. Oh wait, this is 2 times speed. We gotta do normal. Wait, no, it was, yeah, it was this one. Like, fuck, Surfer gets all dressed up for this too. He's... You can't deny this is fire. You can't deny this is... This is the essence of Kino. This is Kino right here. God Winston could not possibly do this. We don't need to burn down the Rudy Ranch, okay? Now we're gonna get shit from our neighbors. Yeah, Surfer is the master of Kino, and you can't deny that now that I've proved it to you. It is an indisputable fact.